offer a variety of brakes from pick your teams and pick your players to random teams and drafted teams, mixers, and more. We built this app with the collector in mind, with features like scheduled drop times, custom notification settings, and earn rewards on purchases, among other things. And we want to be a one-stop shop for collectors, which is why we've added services like PSA grading and eBay consignment straight from brakes. We are a PSA authorized dealer and offer grading services from value to walkthrough. All you need to do is fill out the form on our website within 24 hours of a break completing, and we will take care of the rest. All submissions for brakes come with a review and wipe down of your card, and you won't be charged anything until we get your card back from PSA. eBay consignment is a similar process where you will need to fill out a form on our site within 24 hours of a break completing for any cards you'd like to submit. All cards will be listed next business day for a 5-day auction starting at 99 cents. And after the sale, you'll have the option to be paid out via check, PayPal goods, or break credit. The links for these services will be in the description of every break. If you have any questions about how the app or how our breaks work, feel free to message us on your preferred social platform. Or jump in the chat of one of our breaks and the break host can help walk you through it.
What's happening, everyone? Happy Friday morning.
I love Fridays.
It feels like, I don't know, is this like I almost feel like I got deja vu there. I feel like these weeks keep going faster and faster and faster. It's like time's just a straight line, and it's like I go to sleep and then I'm just here saying Happy Friday morning with you.
Yep. It's
probably
it's like Groundhog Day.
I've never seen that movie.
You just get to live this day over and over. I think it's because you enjoy doing this with me so much that
I don't know if I'd say that.
You just live this day over and over and over and over again.
So that's the premise of that movie?
No, actually, in the movie, it's kind of a nightmare for him that he's living the same day over and over again. So maybe, I don't know.
It was a bad day?
It's a good movie. You should see the movie.
That's an old movie, though, isn't it?
Yeah, like
at least I've heard of it.
Before you were born, probably.
Yeah. Oh,
well, for sure before you were born.
Yeah. No, I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it.
You should see Groundhog Day. It's a good movie.
We just started watching. Jen and I just started watching. We finished Yellowstone.
Okay.
So
no spoilers. No. There might be people that still have not seen the finale.
Yeah. So I started with Yellowstone, but now we're going back and watching. Is it
1883?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually, I like that one better.
We watched the first 2 episodes. I was like, this is way better.
Yeah,
I really like Yellowstone, but the first 2 episodes of 1883 are like, this is definitely more of my type of
1883 is way better.
So yeah, we'll see. That's my latest pop culture news on what I'm getting caught up on.
All right, she's evolving you as a person.
Seriously.
Mark Johnny is in the house. Matthew's in the house. Kevin's in the house. Oswald's popping in to say hello.
What up, Oz? Oz got me a great... I've gotten one Christmas present so far.
Oh, yeah?
That I've actually been able to open and see. And it's from our friend Oswald.
Oh, nice.
He loaded me up. Nags might have stole them. Oh, no, here they are.
What do we got?
Possibly one of the best care packages I've ever received.
All right. Let's see.
So we'll start it off with probably the cream of the crop. Tribute Auto.
All right. Wade Meckler.
Tribute Auto, Wade Meckler. Right there.
You got Meckler.
Pretty sick. And then we've got a Ford Proctor Baseball Stars sticker auto. Rookie. Ford Proctor on card Archives auto. And then we've got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Ford Proctor Stadium Club autos.
It's a beautiful thing.
The best part about this, so I opened this up, and it's right before Andrew was getting ready to go live with his breaks last night, and I had a full case of triple threads first, and like the very last car, one of the very last autos of the break, he reveals it, and it's this nasty, and Oz has the Giants, it's this nasty, like, 3-4 color Giants patch. And you're thinking, like, oh, like, that's posy.
Could
like,
be.
that's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Goes. It's a Wade Meckler rookie patch auto. It was just nasty, though.
That's awesome.
So we got the karma. We got the karma there.
That's hilarious.
So, Triple Threat's really good.
I know. Triple
It's a good
Threats looks
segue.
fantastic.
Triple Threats is really freaking good.
It's so hard for me to not open it for myself.
You didn't see what Andrew hit last night, did you?
No, I haven't looked at last night's breaks.
You saw some of the... We didn't get a picture posted.
I saw some of Titus's. I saw some of Tom's.
Yeah, let's just... I'm going to pull it up on the screen here just so you can see it. I mean, we had a feeling that they were going to load it up.
Yes.
Knowing that it's the first year back since 2022, and after calculating... I mean, how many cases did they produce?
3,300.
Like 33? Yeah.
They only made 3,300 cases.
Which is zero.
It's like zero.
For a product, especially for a product that has so much stuff, so many triple out, like all this stuff you can hit. White whales are bad. You might have to explain the significance of white whales to people that don't necessarily know or haven't been around for the white whales.
Yeah, I mean, white whales have a little bit different love in the hobby than traditional printing plates. They were a case hit for a really long time in triple threads. Fantastic. So triple threads, you used to get either a white whale or a triple auto as a case hit.
And those were 9-box cases.
They were 9-box
cases.
Yeah. And it looks like they've just loaded it up because we're seeing way better than that.
Right.
And booklets.
All right, so you got the Langford patch auto, Paul Goldschmidt white whale with nasty patches.
All right.
You're going to love that. I mean, look at that patch.
Oh,
4-color
that's so
patch.
amazing.
Like, that's wild. Number to 3.
Nolan Orion, yep.
A-Rod 101 patch auto. Nasty patches in there.
Yep.
You had a booklet. Oh,
Votto.
Joey Votto Batnob with the patches.
Oh, you're making this so hard for me to not open.
Seriously, look at this.
How do I not open this product?
We don't have enough. And then look at this. There's the Wade Meckler with the patches, and then this is Jake hit this last night.
Ichiro?
Griffey Ichiro J-Rod.
Whew. That's sick. That was for Jake?
That was for Jake, I heard.
That's beastly.
Yeah. So, if you haven't seen Triple Threads yet...
We have a little bit more coming.
I think we have our view cases showing up today.
Oh, do we? From Wave 2?
Yes. Hopefully they're out for delivery because we need them.
Yeah. And
but
then,
I can check later, but yeah.
And then we got one Wave 3 order also. So,
Correct.
And then it'll be gone.
Yep.
It'll be completely gone.
Prices are already looking like I know we're going to have to go up in the store today because we
Right.
had to pay so much more for that Wave 3 to...
And that's what happens. Products come out, they're hot, and they go up.
Yep, exactly. Especially the ones that are so crazy limited.
Yep. Alex asked if we're doing more Looney Tunes, or is that the only case?
That was the only case. We might actually have a half case. So maybe tomorrow night, Alex, I'll look at doing something with the half case. I'm not sure how many... I know we got 2 loose boxes. We cracked one for or 2 loose cases. One we cracked one for the store. So I think we might, but we won't have any more full cases. So I don't know. Was that stuff sweet? I didn't get to see that last night, but I did get to see some of the stuff pop on eBay. I mean, Bugs Bunny PMGs, and it's gonna be similar to like that Spider-Man set from a couple years ago. Granted, that was all Fleer metal, but I think it's just this is a Fleer retro set. So. I mean, the Bugs Bunny retro PMG is going to be a pretty big card.
Speaking of PMGs, we have a pretty amazing PMG for sale right now on our eBay. If you haven't checked out our eBay recently, we have a 1998 Metal Universe Allen Iverson PMG for sale. It has 2 days left and is over $11,000. It's a PSA 6, but if you guys know anything about these old PMGs, they had a lot of surface issues, everything like that. Even as a PSA 6, it's a Pop 2 higher.
Which is crazy.
Pop 2 higher as a PSA 6. Iconic card. It'll be really awesome to see what that thing sells for.
Yeah, I mean, the story that someone just walked into the store with
Somebody
that, right?
brought that into the store raw.
And was like, what should I do with
and
this?
And was like, hey, what should I do with this card? And so we've been helping them. We got obviously helped them grade it, and now are helping them get that sold. So we've had private offers. You know, people asking us to take this private 15 to 20K. So who knows what
Wild.
this thing is going to
I mean,
do
here's
as an auction.
here's a crazy thing. You don't see this that much on eBay. 148 people are watching it
Yes.
on a 7-day auction. So it's not like it's been
It's
up
a
for a
5-day
month.
5-day
fi-
auction.
It's not like it's been up for a month.
No, it went up Tuesday.
It has 148 watchers just like that.
Yep.
Talk about desirable card. That's wild.
Yep.
And we've had some sweets that this is probably, would you say this is the second coolest card that's walked in the store? Just on, like not from a current customer, someone just walks in with it.
Well, what are you thinking is the first? The Gowdy Ruth?
Oh no, I was thinking the D Wade.
Oh, the D Wade was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, we
That
had
was-
a 1-of-1 rookie auto Dwayne Wade come into the store. The exquisite endorsements.
Yeah, the 0203 exquisite endorsements.
0304.
Oh, 03, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's hard to beat.
Yeah.
I think that's the best one that's ever come in raw. The best
Right.
part is, I don't know if you remember,
How he had it.
customer comes walking into the store with this framed poster, right? And he's I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna show me some autographed picture or
I
something.
think of all
like-
those big frame cards. It's just a normal graphic base card in there with a,
Yeah,
with a
right.
picture of the.
I mean, how many
player.
times have you seen like a picture, like an 8x10, that was signed and then had some like awful card
Every single time.
matted in there?
Yep.
And so he comes walking in with this Dwayne Wade, and I look at it, and the photo's not even autographed,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh man, what is this?
Just
I
junk
look
again.
at the card. It's the exquisite endorsements 1-of-1 Dwayne Wade rookie auto. And I was like, wait a minute, does this guy know what this card is?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so yeah, that's probably the most epic. This is probably number 2.
You think
The-
this is better than the Gowdy Ruth?
I think so, because I think you're gonna see other Gowdy Ruths.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you're gonna see Babe Ruth cards from
Yeah,
time
you're
to time.
legit not gonna see this card ever.
It's the only card. Yeah, it's the only one of these we'll ever see
Correct.
ever.
Yep.
So yeah, it's kind of awesome. It's one of the fun parts of having the shop is getting to see some of the random things that come in through the door.
Yeah, I mean, it's all sorts of stuff all the time.
I tried to buy this card, but the owner wanted to let the dice roll, and right now he's about even with where my offer was.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's going to do a little bit better than what I offered.
Yep. You're over 2 on offering for big cards the past 2 weeks.
I know. There have been a couple of cards I've tried to buy lately. Apparently, I don't want them badly enough. So,
Yeah, awesome.
yeah.
So go get your bids in. That's what we're saying.
Yeah,
Go get
right?
your bids on eBay. So perfect. What else is going on lately?
We've had a bunch of releases this week.
Yeah, we had a bunch of releases this week.
Having a Thursday release is super weird.
Yeah, it was weird. It's a
I
good
mean-
thing we didn't start ripping on Friday.
or
Or on Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple of people that got their hands slapped for starting to open triple threads on Wednesday, thinking
Yeah.
that it was a normal Wednesday release.
Yeah, which I don't. Did they try to do like Thursday because it starts with a T? You know, like Thursday triple threads.
That's so
TTT.
dumb if they did that. It's so dumb. I'm not gonna put it past them.
Either way.
At least like the December 12th Tom Brady.
Yeah, that makes
that was
sense.
cool. That I got that one, but
I guess yesterday was the 19th. 9.
I mean now you're really stretching.
I don't know what they were thinking. I'm not in those
If they
meetings.
stretched that much, then
Or maybe it was just
they got problems.
maybe it was just a shipping thing.
I think it's probably like we got to get this in the mail, and we want
Yeah.
everybody to have it by release day, and it's holiday season, so
I mean, yeah, all sorts of releases getting messed up in terms of just
Man.
timing right now.
shipping is a disaster right now. Like honestly, guys, count your blessings on the post office.
Yep.
Because we have had little, knock on wood, little to no issues
Yeah.
with USPS
It does. Yeah.
delivering packages. Now, granted, there's always going to be slowdowns,
That happens.
and there's going to be things that just take longer to go through the cycle.
Right.
But FedEx and UPS are a mess right now.
FedEx is really
All
bad.
over the country. Cases are not showing up. Cases are showing up resealed and having been
Packs,
opened
yeah.
and having all the packs been opened.
Yep.
I mean, right now, like in Wisconsin, we're missing 13 cases of product from FedEx in Madison. Like
Crazy.
insane. And when we talk to Tops, they're like, man, this is happening all over.
Yeah, it's wild. It's not just specific to like, oh, there's one bad apple here at the whatever FedEx in Wisconsin. It's literally everywhere.
Yeah. I mean,
It's wild.
It's wild. You know, I mean, now granted, we've been saying for a long time, especially for Panini, like, stop putting a label on the box
At least
says they like Panini uses Panini branded tape. And they say Panini football on the side.
It's better than it was a couple years ago.
When they'd actually
like
put
2020
Panini Prism football.
right in the height of COVID, you just get these packages that would literally say 2019-20 flawless basketball.
Like legit on the outside of the
Literally
case.
just says steal me.
They just slap a label right on the case and ship it through there like, look at me, I'm worth 40 grand.
That's the crazy thing. They don't double ship these cases either. All the direct ones we get they just throw a label on them and you think of it from a cost perspective, like instead of hiring the labor and buying the boxes to package it and double ship it, like it's worth it for them to just deal with the claims as they come, which stuff doesn't get damaged like that often at all. So.
No, actually, it's surprising. As heavy as some of these cases are,
right?
The fact that they just slap a label on it and run it through the system, and that they don't show up just destroyed from time to time, because you know people are grabbing these cases and just chucking them and everything like that.
Yeah,
but it's rare. It's rare they show up destroyed.
And despite seeing that 1,000 times, I still will never not double ship something.
No, I know.
Like I've seen it 1,000 times work, but it's just like, okay, I don't want to take the hit on that one time that it doesn't.
Yeah, 100%. The only positive thing of having something show up destroyed is if it's not that bad, then I just open it.
Well, you know the destroyed ones are always the good
I
cases.
got to do a quality control check.
Let's make sure that these are good.
Quality control check on the case that shows up all battered to make sure that it's good.
Yeah.
Just doing my part. Doing my part to keep the hobby strong.
Yeah, that's a good. You're saying. That's funny. What else do we have? So we had you're talking about releases. We had triple threads. Jake said, "How's the triple thread stock at the store?" We went as heavy as we could.
Yeah, that's super limited. Like I said, they only made 3,300 cases of triple threads, and they've got 700 direct stores. They've got 120 direct breakers. They've got Blowout, Dave & Adams, Tops.com, and so you only get offered so much.
Right.
So we do not have an endless supply of triple threads, but we should have a shipment showing up today, hopefully, and then another small shipment showing. But you don't have the option these days to go heavy. You take what they give you, and that's all that you get.
Yeah. We're already at the point where it's like, okay, do we need to pull it out of the store just so we have it for a break, or do we need a break? Like, we're hoping that shipment shows up so we have it for the weekend, so we're not just sold out. Right. So we're already in that product kind of conservative management type of mind state with triple threads, which kind of stinks, but also that's what happens when products are limited and really good. So it is what it is.
Yep.
So we had the Fleer Looney Tunes, which we've kind of been going, like, the last couple Upper Deck products have been super good. We crushed Marvel Masterpieces.
Yep.
The Platinum 92. Alex said apparently a sick Bugs Bunny sketch was pulled last night by Nags.
I think it's just refreshing to have something a little different.
100%.
You know, like I had fun opening. I know the breaks didn't do well, but I had fun opening the Harry Potter.
Right.
The Kakawau Harry Potter product. Just something different.
Yeah, exactly.
The Kakawau WB stuff. Fun, different.
Yep.
Marvel, fun, different. Looney Tunes, like, I don't know. The collector in me just likes all of those things, even if it's not, not about chasing that huge card.
Right. So. And to be fair, there are big cards in there, but some of those products are just fun to, like the Kakawau, for instance, was just a fun rip, regardless
100%.
of what you hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even stuff like Graphite Tennis we had this week.
Graphite tennis is amazing.
It was really
Honestly, like, for as difficult as the previous tennis release was,
good. Yeah.
this product is awesome. I am praying to God they take this format to other sports.
For sure.
They need to take graphite is in a box like tier 1
Yep.
or 5-star. It's in a box, 4 packs,
Mm-hmm.
2 autos, 1 metal card, lots of numbered stuff.
Tons of numbers up.
The cards are beautiful, almost like a Topps Chrome Black.
So it almost feels like an increased Topps Chrome Black.
Yeah. Honestly, I love the format. It was so awesome.
Yeah. And it was kind of loaded.
It was loaded. Yeah, I mean, it was really clear they did not make a lot of it.
Yep.
So, are we out of it now?
We are out of it now. I have one more showing up just for the
For the store?
Yep, just because we had some people asking. So,
Yeah, that product was fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to see graphite baseball badly.
I mean, like I said, it is super similar in design to Topps Chrome Black. So
Yeah.
I think in order to do that, you'd have to scrap Topps Chrome Black and
I would be down for that. I would say replace Topps Chrome Black with graphite.
yeah, Promise Topps Chrome Black performed really well this year though. So I don't think they have a reason to do
Yeah.
that.
Well, then maybe there's room for both.
I wonder if you could reformat or retool either one of them. Because graphite is basically just Topps Chrome Black with more stuff, I feel like. 2 autos instead of 1 auto, you get the metal, you get more base cards.
Maybe you don't have the encased card, you know.
In case
Or is there not one in black?
No, they did the like super rare one in like 5 cases that Windows of
Right.
whatever it's called, like
Right.
that thickle card.
The thickle card?
Yeah, whatever that
That's
big
the
one was.
official name. I think that's what they call it on the checklist.
Yeah, the thick one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what else this week? Graphite, Bugs Bunny. We got Prison Baseball today.
Today.
So Tom will be doing that. I don't think we have a ton of that, but Prison Baseball usually is always really good.
Probably just a few cases. So
Yep.
it'll be done this weekend.
Yep. We've got 1-on-1 basketball today. Chasing Lil Wemby downtown action, so that'll be fun.
Sign me up for that.
Wednesday, I'm trying to think. That might have been it. Oh, and then Parkhurst Hockey, which is historically just a cool product. Not super expensive, but
We saw an awesome Bedard
so sick.
mini auto get pulled in the store.
Yep.
That was epic. I love the vintage.
It's just a vintage
the
look,
vintage
yep.
look to it. It looks so good.
Yeah, that was pretty sick, and that's the Bedard rookie year chase right there. So yeah, that card was kind of awesome.
Right.
We had a lot of stuff ripped in the store this week. I feel like every other hour, all I hear is just screaming coming from the lounge there.
It's a good noise.
It was a good noise.
PSA 10 cards asks if we're ever going to accept mail-in consignments. We're not quite ready to roll out mail-in consignments broadly to everyone yet, but I will say, if you are interested, if you have some cards that you would like to send in, message us first. Let us know how much you think you have. And even if we're not fully accepting it from everyone, we might be able to do some spot deals here and there. So send us a message. Let us know what you're thinking, what you have, and we'll see if we can make that work.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Real Sports Cards app kind of changes in the past couple weeks. Maybe not changes, additions.
Yeah, a little bit.
If you guys haven't yet, make sure you check out, if you are on an Apple phone, Apple Pay.
Yeah.
I've heard some good reviews so far about the usability of it.
Apple Pay's a big deal for Apple
100%.
Apple users. Obviously, we're not storing payment information because we don't want to have that security risk aspect of it. So we don't want to store PayPal logins. We don't want to store credit card information, all that kind of fun stuff. Now you can use Apple Pay to check out, and it's 2 clicks and a Face ID with your saved payment method in your phone. So that's a pretty nice feature.
Yep.
So we're pretty pumped about that feature.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then anything you want to share about going into this next year, or still kind of figuring some stuff out?
I think we're still working it out. We'll still kind of prioritizing and ordering, how how we're going to roll out the coming features.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of working on the next like 3-month plan. Not a lot happens during the holidays and Christmas. You generally, from a software perspective, don't roll out a whole bunch of updates around Christmas because you don't have the support from the engineers who are going on vacation and disappearing for a couple of weeks at a time. So there's not going to be a whole lot changing in the next couple or few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But the next 3 months are going to be fun. We're going to get a lot of things done.
Yep. Excited.
Yeah.
It's crazy going in and doing all of our 2025 planning. Like, it's just coming up quick.
Yeah, it's coming up. I mean, the beginning of the year, you and I are going to Orlando for the Upper Deck Conference.
Yep. Super excited for that.
That's going to be a lot of fun. We're actually going down early to do a little bit of
super
Disney.
excited for that, yeah. If you guys have any Disney recs for me, let me know.
Yeah, I'm bringing down the family early for the conference, and we're going to do a few days of Disney. Emil's bringing Jenna down, do a few days of Disney. So, yeah, it'll be a little bit of fun.
The last time I was at Disney, I was just like elementary school age.
Yeah.
So I remember parts of it. I remember doing Epcot is like the main thing I remember. I don't think we did the official the main Disney with the big castle, but I remember doing Epcot and thinking it was super cool to see all the different countries or whatever. But that's about all I remember.
Epcot is currently my favorite park.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoy it.
Because of all the food, all the different types of food.
I mean, that's part of it, but they actually have a lot of really great rides, and they've updated. They've got modern rides.
Yeah.
They've got the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster is killer at Epcot. The Ratatouille ride is one of my favorite rides in all of the parks.
Yeah.
So they've got Frozen and Moana and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
They had the only ride that made me feel ill.
Really?
Yes.
Which one?
And that's the I don't know the official name of it, but it's like a blast off to Mars.
Okay.
So they actually use centrifugal force to create the sensation that you're blasting off in a rocket to generate the G-forces and everything like that. And Amberly loved it. You're in this tiny little confined space. Mm-hmm. So if you're claustrophobic at all, it's not fun. And Amberly absolutely loved it. And my equilibrium was messed up for 4 hours.
And you had to go on it multiple times?
No, I just went on that thing once. I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this thing again. It was brutal.
That's a jerk. That's such a bad comment.
Oh, I like that. You're gonna wear your booster shoes so that you're over the 50 inches required to ride all these rides.
I'll throw the big insoles in for that trip. It's terrible. But no, Upper Deck Conference should be cool. You've kind of got a special opportunity a little bit before as well to talk with some of the Upper Deck team, which is kind of awesome that we're in that conversation.
Yeah, Upper Deck reached out, invited me to come a couple of days early, ahead of the Diamond Dealer Conference to participate in their distributor meetings and some of their product development conversations and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I was honored to be invited. There's only a handful of shops in the country that get to participate in that part.
Yep.
So definitely looking forward to sitting down and kind of, getting the hands dirty, talking about all these different products and how could they be better and what do people love and things like that.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be cool. And then the conference itself will be, always, because we did it for the first time, because it was your first time last year too, right?
Yeah, that was our first time last year.
Yep. So all sorts of news on what's coming up for Upper Deck, which is, I always like that kind of look behind the curtain and that year ahead type of feel. And it feels like Upper Deck, especially with these meetings, is taking a look at everything as a whole and I'm not going to say potentially switching things up, but I think they're just analyzing differently than they have been before.
Right.
Which, who knows what changes that will bring or...
I mean, they're doing the same thing that all businesses do. And when we get back from the Upper Deck Conference, we have our own strategic planning meetings, off-site meetings scheduled to look ahead. It's how do we need to evolve? How do we need to change as a business? How is the industry and the market changing and evolving, and how are collectors changing and evolving, and how how they buy and what they buy and what do we need to do as a business to respond to that so that we can keep providing what collectors are looking for, right?
Yep.
So we're going to spend a lot of time doing that, over the next coming weeks.
Yep, exactly. Have you heard anything about Topps Conference or anything like that yet?
Yeah, they just announced Topps Conference. It's going to be in Atlanta again.
Okay.
In Atlanta again at the same place, the College Football Hall of Fame.
Sweet. Was that like February or did they
No,
push it
it's
back?
a little further out. It's like March, April. Sometime.
Yeah, because it was February when they were doing it in Arizona.
Right.
And we're only a couple months away from spring training now.
I mean, it is almost 2025.
Yeah, I was feeling that with like football season coming up. Like we got a big college football playoff weekend and like fantasy football playoffs in full force right now. So that means that playoffs and Super Bowl is coming up.
Prepared for Ohio State to take a big L.
So I just found out today that Mike, one of our starters in the back, is actually a Tennessee fan. And I don't know why he's a Tennessee fan or what gave him the nerve to wear a Tennessee hat today. But there's a little bit of strife going on right now here in Real Sports Chat. I'm not too happy. But I got Quinn. Quinn's an Ohio State fan with me.
Yeah. Matthew asked a question asking if we would ever offer a customer service option on breaks that if you get a damaged card that we take care of it. Actually, the manufacturers have made it very, very clear that they do not want dealers to be doing that. So, because we've actually asked Topps, Panini, we've asked them to give us the tools and the ability to do damaged card replacements. And they've really, really intentionally said, no, we don't want shops dealing with damaged card replacements. We want that to always be going through their process. So, because we've even had ideas like, what if they gave us silver packs? What if they gave us cool silver packs that we could exchange, like a cool silver pack in exchange for a damaged hit or things like that? And part of the problem is they know too many people would exploit it.
Way too many people.
Right?
You'd see those packs on eBay the day that people would get them in.
There would be collectors that would exploit it,
yeah.
And there would be shops that would exploit the crap out of it. You give a lot of shops like these silver packs that are supposed to be for customer service. They're going to end up on eBay.
They're going to rip them themselves.
They're going to be ripping them themselves. They're going to be giving them to their friends. They're going to be giving them for
whatever, anything.
They're going to be fabricating damaged cards.
For sure.
I mean, all kinds of things. And so I think Topps is, the manufacturers have just looked at it as guys, sure, there are shops that would do this the right way, but there are 700 shops with direct accounts. It's just not feasible to do a program this way. So I think one thing that they have done, they've invested a ton into their customer service.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
If you would have asked 3 years ago, it was an excruciating process.
Yeah.
Excruciating process to get cards replaced. And since Fanatics bought Topps, they've invested a ton. And that damaged card replacement process has gotten way, way better.
Yep. I'm not saying it's not still a little. Obviously, it kind of sucks.
It's never fun to get a damaged card
and then having to go through
in a box or in a break.
But it is way better than it. And Topps has been taking care of people better.
They have.
With all those investments.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I've been seeing some quality wins.
Yep.
On replacement cards.
Yep. Just send the email, fill out the form, have your patience, and just know they'll get you taken care of.
Yep.
So. Who else has any questions? I think we got about 15, 20 minutes left if we want to open it up to everything that you guys got. Nick asked if we're getting a lot of snow up here.
It's not too bad. Actually, I would rather have 30 degrees and snow than minus 10.
And no snow, especially. Yeah, it was brutal.
Well, it was brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutal. I'll take snow all day.
Well, it's nice. I think we're going to get a white Christmas now. And is it going to get warm?
I don't know. I don't know, but I'm always knock on wood. You're going to jinx our white Christmas.
Let's look at the weather here. Let's take a look. I mean, it's 10 degrees today. Oh, I definitely just jinxed it. Yuck, that's brutal. Sunday 32, Monday 33, Tuesday 30, Wednesday 33, Thursday 36. Friday. Man, the global warming thing. Next Sunday is going to be 45 degrees. This snow's going to be all gone.
Yep.
Good thing I'm going up north. It'll be colder there. I'll have a white Christmas. Tom's going to have a break-filled Christmas. If you guys didn't see his teaser for Christmas night, I think he might be doing a couple breaks, but Tom's gonna play Santa Claus Christmas night and get some Percy's going. We'll have some special stuff that'll get teased up for Christmas Eve. I'll break Christmas Eve. We'll have some special skunk protection and some presents for that night. And if you guys are local, all of the Real Sports Cards mystery presents are packaged and ready to go. Saturday at noon we open.
Already.
We'll have a very limited amount of mystery presents for each of the 4 sports. So you guys aren't going to want to miss them. We loaded these things up. They're good. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. So
Sweet.
It'll be fun. That'll be
I
Saturday.
didn't get to see it.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I don't even know what's in them.
You need to see the pile, like, the custom Real Sports Cards wrapping paper is something we need to do every year. It is so cool, actually.
All right.
So that's the Christmas stuff going up.
Yeah. Matthew asked about doing requests for certain types of breaks, specifically asking about NFL Flawless, things like that. We do listen to everybody's input on what products they'd like us to bring back. Sometimes the challenge with some of these breaks is that, to fill a break, you got to fill 30 spots or 32 teams for the NFL or 30 teams for Major League Baseball. And so, we've gotten requests sometimes for where a specific product has been requested and they, because they want to get the Twins. It's like, but we still have to sell the other 29 teams to make that happen. Mm-hmm. We did just launch a new feature this week that allows us to publish a break without a scheduled live time. And so we're probably going to play with that a little bit, of like maybe bringing back an older release, scheduling it without a live time, which means that it will give that one a little bit longer to fill. If that takes, 3 days to fill or 4 days to fill or whatever, as we get closer to it being full, we'll schedule it into the break schedule. So that gives us a little bit more opportunity to try to bring some other products, random products back and just give them a little bit longer to fill. So One of the challenges as we try to fill, like we try to post breaks and fill them within a tight window so that they can fill within the day or within the shift, it makes it harder to go back and do some of those older products.
Yeah.
But this will give us a chance to try it. So brand new feature. We just did that rollout where we can publish without a live time this week. Mm-hmm. So you'll probably see us test that a little bit in the coming weeks.
Yep. And the other thing with those requests too is we're always looking at just value overall for, like, I'll take Flawless specifically and why I don't necessarily see us going back to a product like Flawless. One, crazy limited, so prices almost always shoot up, and I know the pricing on 2023 Flawless is super high right now.
Yep.
So what we would have to pay to break it is going to make the cost of each one of those spots so high, especially when you look at that 2023 rookie class now and singles values of Anthony Richardson super down and CJ Stroud down and Will Levis down, on top of the fact that Stroud and Levis don't have autos even in Flawless. Those spots would just have to be so expensive for what we would have to pay to get that back into stock that I don't see it as a feasible option. So
we'd be breaking that product thousands and thousands of dollars higher than we were on release day if we had to go get it and bring it back in. So it just makes that tough.
Yeah. Exactly. But, I mean, if you have requests, tell us, let us know, because we do that sort of analyzation on every single request. Like, we've definitely had stuff that we brought back because someone's like, hey, why don't you bring back 23 Bowman's Best? And we brought it back, and it's performed really well because, we were still able to do it in a feasible way. So, yeah, just let us know, let the breakers know, and they'll run out the chain, and we're always listening to your guys' suggestions, no matter what.
Yeah. Chris asked a question here: has drafted teams lived up to our expectations so far?
Yeah.
I would say absolutely. The overwhelming feedback from people is that drafted teams breaks are better than randoms. And the overwhelming feedback has been that people are performing better in drafted teams breaks than in pure randoms.
Yep.
We have seen a little bit of shift in collectors' buying preferences, though.
Yep.
So like 3 years ago, we would just be like random team break, 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 like crazy.
Yep.
I think collectors, we've seen the demand for just a random break in general, random drafted, decline a little bit.
Yep.
And more people are buying, preferring pick your team breaks or pick your player breaks. I mean, we're doing more pick your player breaks than ever, and less people just rolling the dice on the teams that they get. So
right.
That's just been a little bit of a shift. Like I love random team breaks still. But I love being able to pay a little bit less and have a chance at a big team. And I think with the random teams and being able to put your PC team higher on the list,
Yep.
to be getting that as your
With the
fallback
drafted
team
teams,
and
yep.
the drafted team break is still a primo format. But
Yep.
we'll continue to adjust. If people want more and more pick your teams, then we'll run more and more pick your teams. We kind of been running what people are asking for. So.
Yep. Exactly. So. Perfect. Yep. Kyle asks, is Cosmic Basketball like Cosmic Chrome Baseball?
Yes.
Exact same thing.
Same format.
Planetary Pursuits, on-card autos. It's going to be sick. So a limited print run again.
Super limited print run. I'm looking forward to this release.
Yep.
Obviously, it's still a lot about Wemby.
Yep.
In this release. Brandon Miller stuff's actually doing.
He's playing great.
Fairly well, and he's playing really well.
Yep.
There's just not a ton of hype on him.
Correct.
But you've got a lot of the vet autos like they've done in past. Durant, Dirk, Steph, LeBron.
You got Larry Bird in there.
Larry Bird.
Magic's in there.
Yep.
You got guys like that.
Yep.
Which is really makes it interesting too.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be fun, but the planetary pursuits are what Cosmic is all about.
Martian Wemby, baby.
Right? Yeah, so I think that product's going to be really cool. And it's going to come out at a much more reasonable price.
Correct.
Than Topps Chrome did. Topps Chrome Basketball just, unfortunately, just got taken over by the hype train, right? Like, Topps Chrome Basketball was supposed to be a $300 box.
Yep.
The hype train got a hold of it, made it a $600-700 box, and it just didn't live up to the hype train.
Yep.
Right? But it was still really, really outperformed a $300 box.
Yep.
I mean, it's still a $400 box today. So I think that just that initial hype, people got a little overexcited about it, got a little crazy because it was the first one. I think the hype's going to stay moderated a little bit more for Cosmic Chrome. So it's supposed to be a $300 box. I think we're going to see it be a $300 box. And I think at a $300 box, the breaks are going to be awesome.
Yep. Exactly.
And a lot of fun. So, hopefully the hype train doesn't grab this thing and make it a $600 box.
Right.
It
won't initially, which is the nice thing. Release day will be relatively easy.
If it gets hot after the fact, it is what it is. That just means the product's really performing well.
Yep.
But
yeah, I know you're crazy excited for Planetary Pursuit.
No, I am. I think Planetary Pursuit Wemby's are going to be big time cards.
Exactly. No, I agree. Yeah, Al and Jed, we're definitely not going to be going away from randoms and drafteds and everything because we know that there are still plenty of you guys out there that enjoy them, prefer them, like them for different products. So, we're not, obviously we haven't and have no plans on not doing them.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Casey's got a really good question for you. We need to talk about that news. How did we skip over that?
We did.
The
totally-
biggest news of the year.
We totally glossed over the fact that the Facebook group that was nuked
We literally
for
last
6 weeks.
Last Friday, we can go back and find the clip. We're like, yeah, that group's gone.
It's probably
Like,
not
it's
coming
not
back.
coming back.
Yeah, last
right
week
when we
in the
lost
Q&A,
all
it's
hope.
probably not coming back. And bam, all of a sudden, I get word from a contact that we've developed at Meta that we should go look, see it, because it should be back. So we finally got to a human that was able to override the AI decision on our group, and we are back in action. So
Yep.
you'll probably start to see us use the group a little bit differently than we've used it in the past. We want to kind of evolve how we use it and what information we put through there.
Yep.
We definitely want to encourage you guys to add our email address to your whitelist or your approved emails, because we are going to start using email to send more information like new releases, new updates to the app technology, promotions, things like that. We are going to start using email a little bit more so that we're not so 100% dependent on Facebook as a method of communication. So make sure you are able to receive our emails.
Yep. Exactly. I have not downloaded the belly button break yet. I think there's probably a lot of people that still don't know about it. That's what we need to do this next week is get a campaign of some of the best posts that we were going to miss in the. Actually, maybe we shouldn't do that. Let's not do that.
That's gonna drum up.
There's way more bad posts.
More
of
bad
me
posts
than
about
anything.
you hitting the golf ball backwards.
Yeah, there are going to be some clips on there that we're going to have to download from that old Facebook group.
Has Jenna seen the picking up chicks at
no, she has not.
Atlantic City National?
She has not seen that one.
I think we should out Emil.
I think she's in the group too, so if it gets brought up, she might see it. That's fine.
Matthew asked for more rips for diamonds.
I've got so it won't be this week, but for next Friday, we're gonna try something a little bit different. So at the same price point of the Bowman Draft Jumbo Packs, which you guys crushed, by the way. So we did two of them. If you missed them last week, we did the Bowman Draft Jumbo Packs that you could have bought outright. So just one pack. It was basically the equivalent of like $50. That we just shipped sealed. So all those have been shipped out, I believe.
Yep.
So you're getting those packs sealed. We also did the sort of more break contesty one. We've done it before with singles where 100 people get in and 3 people get random, like a chase single and then 2 other singles or whatever the case is. So we kind of took a play on that and did a Bowman Draft HTA box.
Which is kind of fun. So for 1,000 diamonds, you got a shot at one of the 3 autos in the HTA box.
Exactly.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so Nags will go live with that probably in a couple hours here. We filled out a whole case, so he's actually going to be ripping a full case of HTA for you guys. So, 12 people are going to be getting something, an auto, and hopefully someone gets something massive.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we did that, and so I just built out for next Friday a basically same price point as the Draft Jumbo Pack, but a Topps Mixer Random.
Oh, cool.
So it'll be in that same $50-ish price point, which I forget how many get down
it'll just
to
be
this.
30 spots.
30 spots. We'll fill it. Random teams when it goes live, and then rip, and then
Awesome.
everyone in that will be getting something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of inspired by how much you guys liked the draft stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll give
Well,
that
and
a shot.
I think we've got enough diamonds out there. Some of this is we had to wait until people accumulated enough diamonds to be able to do some of these things. So to be able to do a break, like a 30-spot break, we have to have enough people with enough diamonds to be able to fill all of the spots in the break.
Yep.
And so we're at that point, so we're going to give it a try, and we'll see how that break fills. You can use some rewards to chase some cards.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. So yeah, that'll be next Friday, right after Christmas. So Kyle asked about the buy sell trade, and Chris asked too. Chris, the marketplace is still alive and well, so that group is still there for all your buy sell trade needs. we don't necessarily have any plans to switch up as of right now our main Facebook group into buy, sell, trade, but it is something we're going to be looking at.
When our group got nuked by the Meta AI, we were actually in the process of eliminating the marketplace group entirely, and then merging the two groups together to have like break information and buy, sell, trade in this main group.
Yep.
And literally the day that we made the announcement in Marketplace,
I don't think, did we ever make an announcement in Marketplace?
Yes, I made an announcement that day in Marketplace that we were going to ask people to make sure they moved over to the main group if they weren't already in both. And that was the day that
Sunday
the main group got shut down. And so I think right now we're probably a little more gun shy to shut either one of them down.
Right.
Because it feels like, you know,
you're
at the mercy of Meta of their AI can mistakenly shut you down at any point for almost any reason.
Right.
And so we probably are not going to eliminate the marketplace group, but we're still going to have to figure out how we're going to evolve how we use them.
Yeah.
The other buy, sell, trade group is the Real Sports Cards marketplace.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we'll talk about that in our.
That'll be part of our
January
planning. Strategic planning meetings of what's the strategy for both groups and how we use them to, you know, keep an open line of communication and you know, give you guys the best opportunities to engage possible.
Yep. And if you haven't yet, like Ryan said, make sure we're whitelisted and on your email. And then if you're not in our Facebook group yet, it is Real Sports Cards. I think it's Real Sports Cards. Live Case Breaks Daily is the name.
Yep. Real Sports Cards Live Case Breaks Filling Daily. Is the main group.
Live Case Breaks Filling Now. Yep.
Yeah. And then Real Sports Cards Marketplace is the buy, sell, trade group.
Yep. So make sure you join in on both of those. That main Facebook group we're using to post teasers and just add a second source of information for you to see everything that we've got going on. We're getting product, new release, you know, information up there and stuff like that. So make sure you stay tuned. And also turn your notifications on your apps, on the Real Sports Cards app. You can customize them to different sports. If you only want to see baseball, you can only see baseball notifications. But make sure both in your phone settings and your app settings that you're customizing those and turning those on.
Yep. All right. Last question. It's a personal question. Matthew asked me, who is my favorite sports player? Someone that gets me so excited that I would overpay for a special card.
I think I know who your favorite player is. I don't know if you'd overpay for a special card of him, though.
Yeah, so it depends on how rare the card is, right? But my favorite player has not changed since I was a child. My favorite player is, without question, Nolan Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Has not changed since I was a kid. As a 8-year-old pitcher named Ryan, that was really easy for me to have Nolan Ryan as my favorite freaking pitcher. So, you know, it would have to be a really, really special, like, card that I know that I would never see again if I didn't buy it for me to overpay for it.
Right.
That's the kind of cards that I tend to collect, are the ones that I know that I'll never see again if I don't buy it now.
Right.
So those are kind of like holy grail cards. So that's kind of what I enjoy stashing. So.
Yeah. Or trying to stash and
and
not getting accepted offers.
We're watching this Allen Iverson over here,
just staring you in the face,
staring me in the face over here on the screen. But apparently, I didn't want that one badly enough.
Guess not.
That's kind of epic. It's an epic card.
Funny. All right.
Well, that gets us to 10 o'clock. That's going to wrap up our time on All Cards Ship. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Are we going to do one next Friday?
I think we'll probably be a game time decision.
Yeah, we might have to decide on the fly if we're going to be back Friday.
We might have to, because I think we're gone the next week for sure. Because what's Friday the 27th?
Oh, Friday the 3rd.
We are on the 3rd.
Yeah, Friday the 3rd. We're gonna be heading to Orlando.
Yeah, I'll be probably heading in the evening, but you're heading in the morning. So
Right.
we might have to make next week work and then take the 3rd off.
And then the 10th we're gone. And
That's
we're
right.
gonna fly home the 10th.
Maybe we have to do airport
Live.
Q&A, yeah.
We could do all cards shipped from Orlando. Maybe, I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yep. Perfect.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys as always. Breaks all day. More triple threads. Don't miss out because there's not a ton of it. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you soon.